When I first came to college, I knew that speech was required, but all my life I've dreaded public speaking. Um, in high school, we were given the choice of either taking speech class or debate class, and I chose debate because you talked in front of less people, so that was the winning factor for that. Um, I still didn't like debate because you still had to talk in front of people, and it was nerve-wracking because they literally had to judge you, so that was added extra pressure. Um, but I stuck with debate for another 2 years, which is mostly for the social aspect. But later in high school, we went to the state student senate convention, and I was nominated for a position on the state board. And in order to be nominated, in order to continue on with your campaign, you had to speak in front of the entire convention, which was 500 people. And I got physically sick to my stomach because it just wasn't something I'd ever done, and it didn't sound even slightly appealing, and I dropped out of the race because I couldn't speak in front of 500 people. Also in high school, in my Spanish classes, we would have to make presentations, and it was fine because it was in a different language, so it's not like anyone knew what you were saying, so it took the pressure off a little bit, but it was still very nerve-wracking. And then we flash forward to college, and I knew I had to take speech, and I had signed up for it, and I had talked to other people who had been in it, and I was telling them how nervous I was, and how I kept asking them, is it bad, is it what, and they were like, it's fine, and then I had gone to 2 lectures and 2 class periods, and I didn't get anything out of being in the class. And so then I heard about taking it online, and that's just where I am now. And I think the biggest thing that I've learned from taking it online is that no matter if you're speaking in front of 3 people or 30 people, it's going to be a very nerve-wracking experience. And I don't know, it's always going to be nerve-wracking. I took this class hoping that it would help, but because delivering speeches in front of people it's just a stressful thing, but you still have to have an audience, and it doesn't make a difference how many people are in the room, because it's still, you get butterflies in your stomach when you need to stand up and talk. I would have to say that my best speeches that I've ever given have been speeches that were very impromptu and about something that I'm passionate about. Because scripted speeches, even if you have it memorized perfectly, if you don't care about what you're saying, then it's hard to deliver it, because why would your audience care? But overall, I'm still very nervous to give presentations or speeches in front of people, or large crowds or anything. But I guess in the future, when I have to give those sort of things in life, in class or whatever, and I guess I'll dread it, but I'll know that it's a part of life and something that I have to live with.